So hello everyone. Yesterday we have discussed about the data type and today we will discuss about the Python numbers. So basically there are three types of numbers in Python that are int, float and complex that we have discussed in the previous class as data type also, like it is an integer type variable, b is float type variable, and c is complex type variable. So these are the what variables of different data types, and these are the three types of Python numbers. So int is a integer or a whole number, positive or negative, but without decimals of unlimited length. Like if I write x is equals to 1 2 3 4 5 6 ऐसा कुछ भी लिख देते हैं, then it is a integer type variable as it is of infinite length, unlimited length. And if I write any negative number, x is equals to any negative number like that, so it is also a integer type variable. And if I write x is equals to 1, it is also integer type number. In the same way, if I write for float, if I write float number as y is equals to 23 or 32.566, sorry, it's comma 566, and after this if I write the same, if I write the another float number in this way 1.10, it is also a float number, and y is equals to 1.0 is also a float number, means all the decimal values are comes under float values. Minus ka if I write, it will also be worked as a float number. But you have studied about the exponential function in math, means e. What it means that the indicates the power of 10. E indicates the power of 10. It is also considered as a float value, means if I write it like that, it is also a float value as E indicates the power of 10. Let me write a comment for you so that you remember the same. E indicate the power of 10. Next, if I write the same in this form, 1, 2 and capital E. And if now I write 4, it will also be considered as a float value. And if I write y is equals to minus 87 or 73, let me write 73 and point something 7e663, small e if I write, and then after some digits to it, it will also be considered as a float numbers. So these all are the basic types. So we have discussed that integer type. Let me write here as integer int type, int हो गया, and next ये सारे हम y वाले जितने भी हैं ये सारे floats हैं. So now अगर ऐसे y equals to ये सारे floats हैं, and now complex, left up with the complex number. So complex means you have studied in maths the complex number also as the imaginary part. So if I write something, some variable, if I take as z, and in this if I write 3 plus 5j, 3 plus 5j, so it is complex number. So j denotes the imaginary number, and here let me write as sorry, complex, not float, complex. And in the next, we can let us see the more examples for this. So if I write it only 5j, that's also considered as, let me write j indicates imaginary part. Okay, and if I write z equals to minus 5j, it will also be considered as a Python number of complex type. So next we have discussed the type conversion in the previous section also in the typecasting, but let me show you one other type of keyword which is random. So random, basically what random does is Python does not have a random function to make a random number. Like in other programming languages, we have the random function to indicate or to make a random number. But Python has inbuilt module which is called as random that can be used to make random numbers. So if we want to generate any random number in Python language, we use a module which is as such random. So for this, let me take an example for you. So if we don't worry about import, import is also a keyword which we use to import any built-in library from the Python from the Python programming language. So I have imported random module in the Python language by using the import keyword. Now if I write here as print, and in this if I write random and comma, and if I give here some range like sorry, I have written comma here, it's full stop, means we can study it as, this is the syntax of random keyword. So random dot rand range, if I give the range of, if I want a random number of numbers between 1 to 10, so let me write here as 1 to 10. So after doing this, it will show me any number between 1 to 10. So now if I run it, let me run it. So now if I run it, it will show me the number as 4. But if again I will run it, it will show me the different number between 1 to 10. Let me run it again. So it is 6. And let me run it again. So it will show any random number between 1 to 10. It will show me any number between 1 to 10. So it's 4, 6, 7. All the times it will show you different numbers between 1 to 10. So random we use to make any random number from any range.